I think I took a shit in my neighbor's lawn.
Yeah. Well, I love you madly, dear, and I need you badly, dear. Why did you leave me here without your love?
Oh, bro, I'm hurting.
Well, in bed each night I lie, and I think of you and cry, and I tell you one of all, bring back my love.
Let's fucking get it, dude.
Let's fucking do it, dude.
I haven't filmed during the day in a while, man.
Really?
Feels good.
You're a night guy?
A little night owl, man. Usually film late at night.
That's, yeah, because it's, yeah. I get it's a different vibe.
Yeah.
Also, weekend vibes.
Oh, man.
We should probably be outside right now.
Yeah, but it feels nice that it's like during the day, you know?
I agree.
Because it's like, I just feel like we're better than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you, dude. You deserve to work during the day. Yeah. People should not be working at night.
Sometimes at night it gets like kind of, if you fucking kind of say shit you don't like really mean, you know what I mean? Because it gets like late and you're like,
things
let
change
something out
when the sun goes down.
Yeah, I almost just stuttered pretty bad right there. Did you see that?
Did you?
I almost went into another dimension right there, dude. That was crazy.
Things change when the sun goes down, though. I don't know if you've seen Sinners.
I've seen a lot of vampire movies, man.
Really? What are your good? Do you like vampire movies?
I mean, dude, I jerked off to Buffy the Vampire, dude.
Really?
That was like one of the first times I ever jerked off.
To a network television show, teenage show.
I thought that was what you did, man. You know?
That's crazy. Oh, dude, I remember rubbing one out. There's a Rolling Stone magazine with Britney Spears. And
like pre-shaved head?
Yeah. This is like peak, you could argue peak Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Maybe like, I think, honestly, those buildings might have still been standing in New York
For
City.
real?
Like, yeah, it might have been 2000.
You think her shaving her head kind of caused 9/11?
Honestly, I think it could have been. Look, people reacted to those buildings falling in different ways. She might have, that could have led to it. You could blame Bin Laden on
Maybe
Britney's
she knew
downfall.
it was going to happen, and she was like, fuck it.
She's like, dude, fuck it. Let's get ahead of this thing. Let's do this shit.
She's like some V for Vendetta type shit.
Oh, yeah. Dude, Britney, peak Britney Spears. I don't know if there was anything like it. How old are you?
29.
So what is your peak Britney Spears? I would put against any woman ever.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I don't know what you
I mean,
guys
for
had.
me, it was kind of like Hillary Duff for me because I had a sister and she'd have her like girlfriends over.
Which is tough because now I think Hillary Duff is peaking now.
Dude,
she's gotten
less,
better.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude, yeah, I've
seen some photos of her where I'm like, oh, she's hit the gym. She's doing well.
I mean, I see photos of her where I'm like, I'd fucking die for you.
Yeah.
Like, I'd literally fucking...
Yeah,
I'd fucking run in front of a train for you.
For her.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be able to benefit from
Doesn't matter, dude.
I would just fucking die.
I'm talking about the afterlife, dude.
The afterlife pussy's probably crazy.
Yeah,
Hillary
Duff.
Shout out to 9/11.
Oh, man.
Those guys are getting
Can't even imagine what afterlife tits are like, man.
I don't know. They're probably all perky. I don't know. I'm a perky. I don't even need tits.
Really?
I could go if I feel like you should talk about afterlife ass more. Afterlife tits are probably.
I mean,
good.
whatever you're into, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You know?
Yeah.
Hillary Duff, though, I just feel like her in general, seeing her in the afterlife, knowing that you died for her, like that's all I really need, man. You know?
I believe that.
Brittany, what was your go-to like Britney Spears moment, like though when she was in her prime?
Though I mean, I was probably right at the right age for her to come about. Like I didn't know. I was like maybe 12, 13, 14 when she was like popping.
Yeah.
So you're just like, who is this? What's going on?
What were her hit songs when she was popping?
Baby, hit me, baby, one more time.
Yep.
Come on.
Yeah.
And then there was one, I'm a slave for you, where she's got a snake on her and she's barely wearing anything.
Holy shit.
I know.
Music video.
Damn. Look it up. Pause this if you're watching it and go look that one up. Sneak a J-O in and get your day going. Come back here, obviously.
Yeah.
Consume us.
I gotta check that out later.
Put it
up on the projector, dude.
I think that's the way we should move back to J-O in though. Is like a night like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
Because we're too exposed to like raw, raunchy porn. Like, give me fully clothed. I'm a J-O.
I mean, brother, say less.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're speaking like a poet right now.
I think we need that as men.
Yeah, we got Bang Bus now, but it's like, let's go back to like Hallmark movies and shit. You know what I mean?
Or like bra and panties in the fucking Dillard section, like on the. That's what men used to do. You sneak your fucking your mom's magazine or whatever the hell's going on in the Sunday Enquirer.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like tough because you got to afford cable to be able to jay off to that type of shit.
That's true. It's actually tougher to get.
Yeah, financially it's hard.
Financially, it's harder to access Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I mean, as long as you can get like TLC though, you're good, bro. Jerk off to that show, like Move That Bus. What is that show called?
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'd fucking crank one out to that shit, dude.
That is hilarious. It's actually harder to read off to that now than it is to go to Pornhub.
Yeah, financially, it's such a burden, dude.
It is such a burden.
You gotta fucking
I'm losing
pulverize
money jacking off to Buffy the Vampire Slayer, dude. I'm J.O.ing a party of 5, dude.
Yeah, it's more expensive than Brazzers, dude. That's
tough,
crazy,
dude.
bro.
Oh my god, why'd you go broke? I was obsessed with fully clothed Lacey Chabert in her prime, dude.
It's crazy, man. Even dude, TLC's got some rockin' hits though, dude.
TLC, what's on
They
TLC?
they got House Hunters.
I like that show.
They got a show with fucking a woman with Tourette's, which I want to see, but I can't afford it.
I follow her. Yeah, that's tough to exit. I follow her on. Isn't it a new show?
Dude,
and she's kind of cute. The Tourette's chick.
I almost slid in. I found out she's married, but I almost hit her up.
She's in a fully committed relationship. Yeah. If I'm thinking about the right chick, because I follow her on IG, and it is funny for all the wrong reasons. But she knows that it's funny.
Yeah.
So,
and she doesn't know where it's coming from either.
Honestly, it's some of the best improv I've ever seen.
Oh my god, man! To be in a relationship with that woman, dude, I'd die for her, man. You know, that guy's got it locked down.
Something's going on because you know when the Tourette's pop off, the pussy's tightening up.
Yeah,
something's happening.
Yeah, dude,
which is neat.
Imagine being balls deep in a chick and she just screams fucking
the N-word.
Yeah.
Well, I've actually been there, but I'm from Ohio. Shout out to those bras back in high school.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, that's normal actually. But yeah, just horrible shit.
The shit she's saying, it would take me years to try to figure out that type of like sequencing.
Yes,
it's like next level.
It is crazy. I know you couldn't write what she like. Nobody could write better than what she's riffing.
Yeah, it would take me legit years to formulate something 100%. That poetic, dude.
100%.
Yeah, you follow her on Instagram.
Yes.
So you've seen like the Joe Biden.
That one is the one I was literally thinking about. That one,
dude. I was crying laughing during that.
Because did she think of that initially and she's repeating it, or did she consume that from the universe? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, where's that coming from?
It is amazing.
They have no clue, too. Like
that we haven't figured out where.
No, like people with tics, it's just like I have no idea where it's coming from.
I think,
and they're saying they're not thinking it, but it's like, come on, dude.
What's the definition of thinking that? What do you mean that's just coming to you from the spirits? Drop this Biden bar off,
bro. They got to have a lab somewhere where they know what's going on, but they're like, we can't release this, because it'll fuck some shit up.
100%.
You know, they're like every human's thinking this, but
that is great.
Because before that, dude, it was Tourette. Like on Nat Geo, they had a show. It was called Tourette's Guys Go on Vacation, and that was like peak TV, dude.
Really?
It was literally the funniest show I've ever seen in my life, dude.
I should watch more of these shows, dude.
Oh my god, dude.
I'm too locked in on SportsCenter I should get out of that.
Yeah, dude, I used to be like ashamed like a little bit because I was like, dude, I'm not gonna be a fucking loser and watch like reality TV. And then I saw those clips and I'm like, dude,
pure art.
It might be time to go back to the dark side, man.
Yeah.
You know, that might be like what I need.
They're tapping into some stuff.
Yeah.
We're accepting. Yeah, because we used to just laugh. It is funny that you can't now make fun of. We can't make fun of these people, which is good. We can't say the R word. We can't talk about things like that. I mean, we could say it. We could let it rip if we need to. Yeah. But I mean, that's what the Austin comedy scene is made for.
Yeah.
But like, so we're not supposed to make fun of them. We're all actively laughing. Are we laughing at them, or are these shows for us to laugh with them?
I think it's got to be a little bit of both.
Right?
You know what I mean?
I know that I'm cracking up. I know that I'm cackling. I know that I'm sharing it in my college group chat still.
Yeah.
That's still active 16 years after graduation. You know what I'm
making memories, dude.
And we're still laughing at these people.
Yeah. It's a type of laugh, though, that you can't even control. You know what I mean? Like
it's a little bit like Tourette's.
Yeah. I wonder where it comes from, but yeah, I mean, like, dude, it's like even the Tourette's guys on vacation, it's like a bunch of dudes. I forgot where they're from, like somewhere in like the UK or something.
Yeah.
Or I know they're Scottish actually, so they all have
Really?
Scottish accents.
See,
Dude.
there's levels of that because you would laugh at Scottish people anyway, but
Yeah.
Tourette's on top of that.
Dude, it's so fucking funny. They go into like an antique shop,
Mm-hmm.
and one of them just screams, "I've got a gun,"
Mm.
and it's like, dude, if I was there in real time, dude, I'd be losing it. Like if I'm working the cash register, if you're like at an antique shop in the middle of like nowhere,
Yeah.
like Maine or some shit,
Sure.
like some guy comes in,
Some Scottish dude's just like, dude, I got a gun. First of all, say that in English, I'm laughing. Dude, Scottish? That's crazy,
yeah,
dude.
into a they're selling like fucking like feathers.
In the store, and he's like, I got a gun.
Just a bunch of shit you don't need. This guy's like, I got a gun.
It's like, so I'll trade you for a pound of feathers, dude. Are we bartering?
Yeah, dude.
What are we doing?
Oh man, working the cashier at a store like that. I mean, that would make my fucking day, man. You know,
Yes, it would elevate the day.
yelling stuff at stores, man. Like, depending
Yeah.
on where you are, like,
It can really elevate the day.
I remember going to a fucking Halloween party, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know I've always struggled to get pussy, man.
Sure.
And getting pussy at a Halloween party is kind of like not easy, but it's attainable.
It's
You
tough.
know?
You gotta be in the right. You gotta be in the right attire.
Yeah, but dude, this chick invited me to like a Halloween party
Sure.
in Boston, and I bring my buddy, and I dressed up as like a gay cop, like a Reno 9/11
Okay.
cop. So I
Yeah,
got short.
Lieutenant Dangle.
My left nut's already hanging out. Like I
Sure.
look like a special needs cop.
Yeah.
So I show up. She ends up hooking up with my buddy. I blacked out, dude. I fucking fell asleep on the floor. And then the next day, she was like, "Hey, we're going to Dunkin' Donuts. You want to come?" And I go, "Sure, yeah, I'll grab a coffee." She's like with the guy she hooked up with, and I'm just there, dude, just dressed like a gay cop. And we're waiting in line at Dunkin' Donuts. This is the middle of Boston. We're like in the back of the line, and this dude comes in, just like stands behind us. And dude, at the top of his lungs, like as loud as he possibly could, he goes, "Yo, can I get a fur burger?" Dude, I went to a different dimension. Like I was just like, "There's no way that just happened."
I mean, because how often are you hearing fur burger too? That's a choice. That's the choice that really elevates it too.
I've never even thought about that type of vocabulary. Dude,
Yeah.
you know.
It's a vernacular.
And
not even
dude,
thinking
he
about it.
kept yelling it.
Like
Like it was like, dude, he yelled it 3 times. I'm like crying, dude. Like I'm bent over. And he cuts everyone, like literally head like face to face with the cashier.
Yeah.
Screams in their face.
Yeah.
Let me get a fur burger.
Yeah.
And it was just like this confused Asian woman, and she was like, I've seen this so many times.
Yeah, like
Like,
this isn't the first time.
Yeah, she was a pro, dude. She didn't even flinch. And then he just dipped.
Yeah.
But dude, that caught me off guard so bad. I was just like, oh my god, that's gonna be one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life,
Fur
dude.
burger, hold the special sauce.
Because
dog.
that changes like your relationship with the boys too. Because now
Yeah.
I'm yelling, I'm bringing up fur burger
That's an inside joke
all the
that's
time,
gonna
yeah.
exist forever.
in the group chat forever, dude.
100%.
Yeah,
Somebody give me a fur burger.
yeah.
Oh,
But
if that's timed out in the right moment too,
Yeah.
that could be the funniest thing of the entire night.
100%, dude.
It is all about timing, dude. Comedy.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on. I love that, dude.
Gotta
What part of
invest
that's in
that.
Boston? That's some Boston shit.
Yeah, I mean, it for sure caught me off guard.
Yeah.
You see that in New York City, you're like, all right, it's a Wednesday.
That's fair.
Boston, you're kind of like, all right.
I'm Midwest, dude. You don't ever see that type of shit.
Yeah, I mean, you get fucking shot, dude.
You will get shot.
But
And
yeah,
I think
dude.
that's important.
I feel like it is time to invest in like TLC or something, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. I don't do reality shows too much.
Mm-hmm.
I should do. I'm just doing drama and shit like that, which is funny because we're comedians. But I just
Yeah.
love drama, dude.
I mean, you're on the road all the time, so like when you
Yes.
get a moment with your girl, like what do you?
So she's a little younger, so sometimes I'm putting her on game, dude. I'm
Really?
like, you haven't watched The Wire? Because I watch it for the 9th time, and she's like, "Why am I watching The Wire? Would
Yeah.
you?" McNulty has layers.
Yeah.
Saying?
Oh, you're dropping
Like,
HBO
let this
shit.
dude, yeah. But we'll do. I love fucking dude Reacher.
Okay, Jack
You know what I'm
Reacher.
talking? Yeah.
That's like the dude who fucking kills everyone.
yes.
Yes.
And I love that because at any point in the show, like, it's the dude who's 6'8", Yoke City,
Yeah.
and there'll be like 8, 9 guys in a room, And every time you're looking at it, you're like, this is not going to work out well for him.
Yeah.
And then you have to take a deep breath, realize you're dealing with Jack fucking Reacher.
Yes.
And you're like, within the next 2 minutes of this show, he's going to kill everybody in this room.
Yeah.
And I like knowing that. I like going into that knowing that he's going to fucking figure it out. The end of the show is pretty much the same every time, but like, I'm excited.
And you're excited for her too.
Yeah, well, for
knowing like what she's about to witness.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, she loves it, dude.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing is, so I got a girl I'm 38. She's 29, actually. There you go.
Yeah.
And so there's some things that she has not seen just because, you know, the age range, like there's movies that I am just very familiar with that she's not.
Yeah.
So in LA, we get to go watch. There's old movie theaters that show like old films all the time.
For real?
Yeah, which is like one of my favorite things to do.
Dude, that's sick.
Tarantino owns like I think 3 movie theaters at this point, at least.
They're just
2.
playing like the classics, like critically acclaimed shit.
So like I'll talk about like a Friday afternoon, 2 p.m. every time there's a movie at the New Beverly Cinema, and usually it's a hitter. And I'll just tell her at 1 p.m. I'm like, baby, we're gonna go watch a movie. I'm not gonna tell you anything about this film, but it's amazing. And luckily, she's game now because now I've hit her with enough movies where we built trust. Where she's like, "That's a great movie." Look, also, like I'm cooking with gas. I'm dealing with like just '90s cinema.
She's probably telling her friends too, like this guy's on a roll right now. Yeah,
9 for 9 right
he's
now.
not to be fucked with. Yeah.
And so, but like also like we rolled in. I remember one time we saw a movie at 2 p.m. I just showed her The Rock with Nick Cage and Sean Connery, and she was like, "What a film!" And I'm like, "Yeah." Because this country used to do things like that.
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie, The Rock?
No, but I can imagine what it's like with Nicolas Cage, dude.
Dude, peak Nick Cage, Sean Connery. There's a madman who is like pretty much, this is an American hero that's turned into now a terrorist against this country, trying to operate in a way where we should be operating at a higher level as the American people. But he's got some stuff that he needs to, you know, he's got some revenge on his mind. Ed Harris, shout out to Ed Harris. And, yeah, they're going to just take over Alcatraz, and there's only one man that can get in there, and it's the only man that ever escaped Alcatraz, and that's Sean Connery.
Dude, I think I've seen that. I think it was a while. It's like an older.
Dude, it's 90, probably 90.
I probably saw that when I was like 13, had no idea what was going on, but I was like, this is sick.
There's a green ball that will kill you at any moment.
It's kind of like Prison Break, but like
a little bit.
But they're
breaking into it.
Yeah, it's like reverse. Yeah.
Great fucking movie.
Dude, primetime Nicolas Cage, man. Nothing beats it.
It also seeing it in a movie theater, it's funny because growing up watching it, you're always like, this is great and funny in ways that it shouldn't be. Seeing it in a packed movie theater, you're all able to laugh at the dumb shit that you all love. Yeah. It's great, dude.
Dude, I wish they had something like that around here.
I know. I bet they do, but probably not as much as LA. Because LA is like, dude, I saw Heat in theaters recently. I showed her Heat.
How long is that? That's like 3 hours,
Dude,
right?
nah, I think it's it's probably 240, but it doesn't. I mean, electric film. One of the best movie going experiences I've ever had is just watching Heat in theaters with new Dolby digital surround sound. Once they start shooting off at the bank scene, you thought you were right there,
dude. Fucking Nicolas Cage. I feel like he's kind of fallen off a little bit though. He just made a fucking like a horror film recently where he's just like an old grandma.
Well, Nick Cage did fall off. This is actually. It does seem like a fall off. This is him actually coming back.
For real?
This is a little bit of a comeback.
It was
because I think he had a bad 10-year run.
Did you see the new movie he made?
I have not watched new Nick Cage.
Yeah.
I'm not a horror guy. Are you a horror guy?
A little bit. Like I don't really. I mean, I saw The Exorcist at a young age, and I was like, I'm never watching another.
I watched The Omen as a young man. It set me back.
Really?
That'll fuck you. I don't. Well, there's nothing scarier than whenever you're in doubt and you want to really be terrified, dude. The devil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like ghosts or whatever, but dude, if the devil is involved, bro. You know what I'm saying? Is there anything scarier than the devil?
I know, dude.
It's definitely
maybe like shitting your pants, but that's really it.
Shitting your pants in public. A dude asking for a fur burger over your left shoulder, and the devil.
I mean, the devil will make you shit your pants, though, dude.
and get a fur burger.
Yeah, The Exorcist at a young age is not recommended, but when that chick's fucking head snaps around, dude, and she starts squirting everywhere, dude, that shit's fucking wild, bro.
I know.
You know?
100%.
Yeah, that fucked me up so bad. Honestly, it wasn't even that really fucked me up. It was like the beginning where they're like in the fucking in Egypt, like digging. I don't know what it was about.
Yeah.
That scene really just fucked me in the ass, dude.
I haven't revisited that in a long time. There's some unsettling shit in that.
Just like a bunch of Himalayan dudes with
Yes.
shovels, and they're like, they find like a fucking
creepy shit.
It's always when they find like that rock with like dicks on it, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Yo,
And
fucking run!"
I like how nobody's like, we shouldn't be here. They're all like, dude, let's keep digging. Like what, dude?
Let's
That's
find some
probably
more.
the devil, dude.
Yeah, bro. You know what? Someone fucking like some shit's going around now, and listen, dude, it's fucking me up a little bit. Some people think like super intelligence is God. You know what I'm
What's super
saying?
intelligence? What do you mean?
Like AI. Yeah. So people think like AI is going to take us out, but they think that's what happened like initially. You know what I'm saying? So we're kind of like repeating history.
Is that go to sim? Do you ever dive deep on simi theory, dude?
Nah, dude.
Simulation that we're all in a simi.
Okay, you were like
You know what I'm saying?
shorting it up a little bit.
I
Yeah,
apologize. Yeah.
yeah, but I don't really
ST
understand.
dog. You ever go ST? I forget. I start shortening things before defining what they are. You a big simi boy?
Dude, I like never looked into it because I don't really. When I think of a simulation, I think about Madden.
Yes.
I'm thinking about
Did you simulate seasons to get to the playoffs sometimes?
all the time.
Well, to get to the playoffs though, you wouldn't like simulate all the way to the Super Bowl though, right? Those
Depends.
are crazy guys.
Depends how I was feeling, man. It depends what Madden we're talking about. I mean, this was
That's
back
fair.
in the day. I was kind of like,
I was 04 when Michael Vick was on the cover. I mean, you're talking about a special time. But
yeah, I'm pretty sure that was my favorite Madden.
it's the best
I
one.
used to play with the Patriots, dude, and just run like a toss to Corey Dillon
Yes.
and score a touchdown every time, dude.
Former Cincinnati Bengal. You're
Yeah.
welcome. We gave that to you.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He's the greatest running back the Bengals ever had.
For real.
He had the NFL single game rushing record against the Denver Broncos, 276. Couldn't name one offensive lineman on that team, but he just kept running.
Fuck, man.
Fucking legend. And then the end of his career, we're like, we're kind of cool with this. And he was like, all right, I'm gonna go win a championship.
Bro, I low key fuck with the Bengals. It kind of looks like I'm a Bengals fan right now, dude.
100%. You little
Like that.
striped up top,
Yeah.
orange.
Bro, I would give Joe Burrow a fucking Blumpkin, dude.
100%.
Yeah.
And
You think you would without question?
me?
Yeah.
I don't know if I would prefer if he wanted the Blumpkin.
If he-
I
was
wouldn't propose the Blumpkin.
No,
Off top.
no. I'm saying you got invited to a party for like making your videos or some shit. Joe Burrow roaster. He's like, yo, man, you mind giving me a Blumpkin in the B room? You doing it?
I would sit him down and talk, and I think I would, through that conversation, reach a different level that we could have even reached than the Blumpkin.
Maybe like a little HJ action.
Yeah, over the top, over the pants.
Oh, really?
Yeah, OTP.
That's a lot of convincing, man, to go from a Blumpkin to that.
Let me just, you know what? I don't want to do the Blumpkin, but if we can sit here, make eye contact, and I can rub your cock outside these jeans for
Play a
about
little
30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, put a little Michelle Branch
You
in
know
the
what I'm saying?
background, dude.
Just me and you.
Make it
really
intimate.
build rapport.
He's probably got a lot of intimate rooms too in his hat.
He
Like,
seems like a guy that probably, a quiet dude like that,
yeah.
the sexual stuff he's doing is probably crazier than
I mean, dude,
we
he's
can
probably.
even imagine.
I don't know, man. He's probably getting Blumpkins in the Batmobile, dude. You see that fucking thing?
Yeah, he got Batmobile.
Holy shit!
He
Imagine
went
seeing
Christian
that,
Bale Batman too.
dude. That's a whole different level of getting pussy, man.
100%.
I
You
can't
you
even-
buy that to have sex in it.
Oh my god. I think you buy that just to fucking come out of the closet, dude.
You think he's a gay man? Dude, honestly, if Joe came out as gay, the city would be so.
Well, I just
bond.
think that's so straight that it's gay. You know what I'm saying?
It's like how it's the horseshoe theory.
Because if you saw a dude drive a fucking Batmobile down the road, you'd be like, "What a fucking fag, dude!" Like I'm not like, "Oh, that guy's the man." I'm like, "That guy's a fucking,
That guy's fucking queer.
that guy's fucking gay, dude."
That's how straight it is. That's so straight that it's a little gay.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
I fucking love Joe Burrow though.
Because he
dude.
got like the OG like replica, right? Like he dropped millions on that
It's
thing.
like I think they literally made X amount for the movie. I think they made like 9 for the movie, and they
Yeah.
sold them. So he got
But-
one of the ones they made for the movie. So it's actually like an operating. You
Yeah.
could whip it
But I don't think that thing could transform into a motorcycle.
within the. I mean, theory is one of those wheels is going to pop off and become a motorcycle.
Yeah.
I think it's that front left.
Really?
Yeah, because
And
don't you
that's
just
just-
go like that?
So you think he's just causing like a 6-car pileup just to fucking get some pussy?
I think if you it makes sense if you're merging from 275 to 71 South down in
Yeah.
Cincinnati, that'd be the way to do it.
Yeah.
Just let the thing start floating down 275.
out
But you got the motorcycle. Yeah, you could do it.
Take out a trailer park, dude.
You know what I'm saying? We got those. We got those, dude. Shout out to Batavia.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
It's an aggressive purchase. I love that he did it, and
Yeah.
I hope that he's getting topped off by a man or a woman, whoever it is in that.
Well,
thing.
I think he's getting with a supermodel, right? That's what they said when
So when he got his house broken into.
Yeah, they said he was getting some finger action when it happened.
Yeah, and good for him.
Yeah. I wonder if it was because of that chick.
That what?
Maybe it was like some blood diamond type shit.
Oh yeah, she was working angles behind the scene.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Little
Dude.
black market type shit.
That'd be savvy.
She was just trying to get a little finger bang
some
action.
long game.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I'm gonna rob this motherfucker, but he's gonna finger bang me first.
Yeah.
You think he finger bangs chicks? Are we still finger banging broads?
Yeah.
Do you? You ever do that and not fuck?
That's all I'm doing.
Just third base, dude. That's crazy, dude. I like that, dude. Just fingering the fuck out of a girl.
Oh, dude, I'd eat a chick out and tell her to head out.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I think that's.
I'd start a business if it was legal.
Really?
Yeah.
Just that?
Yeah.
I think it is. I think that's literally male prostitution. You're right. It isn't illegal, but it's it's
without
but
yeah.
yeah.
It would have to be like an emotional connection. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How about growing up? It is so funny to think about, like, your first couple sexual experiences. I don't know if you went all the way early, dude. I was like, I remember the homies would just pull up on a Monday after school and be like, "What'd you do this week?" It's like, dude, I grabbed her tits for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Oh, 100%.
Or like you just sucked a sloppy second base or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, I wish
sucking
I
on a
was...
girl's tits for like an hour and a half. And nothing else. Think about how crazy that is. And you didn't do anything else. And you're like, dude, I got farther than you boys. You know
I mean,
saying?
dude, that's what I'm trying to do now.
You're trying to go back. Yeah.
No, not even that. I'm trying to
you
make
haven't
it.
even gotten there yet. You're just trying to round second base.
I grabbed tits for like 30 minutes until they were like, all right, this is getting like really annoying.
This is crazy.
Like, stop touching my tits.
Yeah, right.
But I never graduated to sucking titties for hours on end.
Yeah.
And I always tell a lot of people who come on the pod, man, I would really love to just suck on some titties in the car for like an hour and just do that. You know what I'm saying?
I love that for you.
Yeah.
You haven't found a girl that's down for that?
Not just that.
Yeah, because
Like,
you don't
not a
want
lot
any
of-
more.
Yeah. Calling it a night
the thing
after
that's tough
that.
is you get them I don't know if you know what foreplay leads to, but they do get a little excited when you suck on them that long.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, how do you only do
hard
that?
out. Yeah.
I mean, you're pretty much giving them like blue tits,
Sure.
if that's a thing.
I don't know if that's the blue tits is it.
Yeah.
What would it be? Blue ovaries? Blue puss?
Maybe. I don't know what happens to them, but
Yeah.
they probably don't even care, honestly.
No.
Like, yeah, whatever. Just fucking.
Yeah, it's fucking get this dude out of your car. Why is this dude still in your car sucking on your tits, dude? Get him out. That's crazy.
Oh, you think it's like a little like post nut clarity where they're like, what the fuck?
PCN, dude. PNC, my bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go back to that.
I mean, that was the
regressing.
best, man. Those are the best like hard-ons you can get, man.
Yes. When that was the most rock hard you've ever been, and you didn't realize you just needed to do more, but you're like, dude, sucked on his tits. Dude. What, dude? I think she went that far. I think she was down for more. I don't know, dude. I didn't even ask, but
Yeah. You're still a legend though in the AIM chat.
100%.
Yeah.
You are the coolest dude ever on Monday at lunch.
Knowing that you sucked on some bean bags, dude.
And also, everybody knows that girl's a slut at this point. She let you suck on her tits, dude? Big hoe.
Yeah.
Huge hoe. Which is actually like I like how we used to slut shame back then. Like, dude, what a slut, dude. It's like now you're like, that's a classy broad.
Yeah. It's a good
What
woman.
self-control?
Yeah.
She only let you suck on her tits?
Yeah.
She didn't blow you and swallow?
I always felt bad for the chicks who had like salami nips and shit, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
I remember this one chick.
It's tough.
She sent me a nude after football practice.
Yeah.
I had the Verizon NV2.
Okay.
They used to like charge to like receive photos, but pop that bad Larry open, dude, and it was just like it was her titties, but dude, her nips were literally the size of her tits.
Sure.
And I sent it to everyone, dude.
immediately.
Yeah.
That is the first reaction, though. You're like, dude, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
The boys need to get eyes on this.
I mean, dude, it was it was crazy, bro.
Insane.
Like you'd be like,
Now, this is a young girl, too. That's the thing. Those don't get better with age.
yeah,
I feel like sometimes the nips, they might grow because the titties keep growing. Those plates are going to just keep getting enlarged.
yeah. I don't know the science behind it, but I can only imagine it gets worse.
Yeah, it's
You know.
tough. Big old plates, type of thing. You could a nice charcuterie board spread on that thing.
Yeah, dude. Because like if you're hooking up with a dude and you pop those out,
Yes.
if a dude sees that right off the bat, I mean, it's probably the worst thing you can do is just start laughing when you're about to.
Giggling is not a great. You don't want the giggles at that point because once you start giggling, you can't actually stop. And then you're snickering, dude. Snickering and giggling is not. That's not in the foreplay list. Dude.
Yeah.
Just get back to sucking on them,
Yeah.
and then you're sucking on them, and you're eye to eye with them, and you're like, dude, this is crazy big. And you're looking up at her like, you ever seen these things? This is. I would get these checked. Yeah. And then she's like, I see them every morning. Get the fuck out of my Honda Fit. Why are you still here rounding second base with me? If you don't finger fuck me in the next 5 minutes somehow. Good Lord. Big nips are crazy. The long nips are crazy. The poke, they poke a little bit extra.
I just met a comic. I'm not going to say his name, dude.
Yeah.
He's obsessed with long nips.
Really?
And that reminds me of the Nicolas Cage movie. I think it's called Long something.
Long legs.
Long Legs.
Did not see that one.
Yeah, maybe fucking Long Legs has long nips, dude.
Sure.
The lady he played looked like a fucking retired like Supercuts manager who got like polio, dude. It's fucking crazy.
Jesus.
And he's just like,
Wait, you
losing.
saw this film?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw it with a chick.
Okay.
Yeah,
Scary movie, right?
yeah.
like,
It's like
horror?
creepy. It's like creepy. It's like
I don't like
sex
shit like
offender type creepy. So it's not really like. It wasn't my speed. I thought it was gonna be more like horrific, but yeah, it's just like him dressed as an old lady, bro, and he like. Yeah, it's fucking.
Nick Cage is dressed like an old lady?
Yeah, dude, you got to watch it.
I don't have to do anything.
That's what I like. I think it'll change your mind when you say he
About
hasn't
Nick-
lost it. Like
he's oh, really? That's the argument.
He's lost
He has
it.
lost it. Hilarious.
You can't
Because I
dress-
heard he was
yeah.
in a movie called Pig that people liked,
Really.
but that was a horror movie.
Well, the fucked up part
I
about
don't know
this
what
one
he's
is
doing then.
he directed the whole thing.
Long Legs?
It was his idea. Like he directed the whole thing.
I give him a lot. Dude, go watch The Rock, and you'd be like, you know what? This guy gets a 30-year pass.
Yeah, I'll just go.
And I think he's on the back end of that 30 years. But
What was the other movie he was in? The when he like turns into a fucking flame on a bicycle.
Knight Rider. No, not Knight Rider. Is it Knight Rider?
Something
It's
like
one
that.
of those. It was like an OG Marvel.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Yes.
That movie was fucking sick.
That dude. He had a. I mean, say what you will, National Treasure. Those movies
Oh,
fucking
my God.
rip.
Yes, dude.
They rip. And then you want to see a fun one? Face Off with him and Travolta. They just take their faces and switch them.
Yeah.
And then so they start as he's the bad guy, he's the good guy, and then halfway through the movie, and then it's like, it's also an insane movie because you're like, so their faces are different, but also their entire bodies.
Yeah.
This guy's got the same nipple hair going as it's weird.
Little mind fuck action.
It's an interesting. It's a good. It's a ridiculous '90s action movie.
Dude, that's so cool though that you can like. I mean, I'm jealous, man, that you're on a roll with your chick. Like,
Dude,
really impressing.
I'm
dude.
on a crazy heater.
You don't understand how difficult that is as a man.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm also like operating on a different. I have an advantage because she's just got such a huge blind spot, and it's not even her fault. She's just younger.
Yeah.
So, dude, I'm also like showing her some music sometimes where I'm like, you never heard of Peter Gabriel, Salisbury Hill?
Yeah.
Let's fucking dive in.
Salisbury Hill is gonna
That'll
turn
make you
some
cry.
heads. Yeah.
And then, but the movies, I'm on a crazy heater. Heat. Also, like we just went and saw Goodfellas in theaters like a month ago.
Yeah, you're almost like
I'm like it's kind
it's
of
almost too easy now.
fishing barrel.
Yeah, you're fishing with dynamite, dude.
It's 100%. Because I'm being calculated. Christmas came around. What we see? Die Hard, and she's like, "That's great." Also, I'm lucky that she likes the action movie stuff. Some chicks are just more into not that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But also, I'm not above what she likes. 13 going on 30. That movie fucking rips, dude.
Yeah, I mean, dude, when I used to like try and get pussy, I would invite a chick over, just throw on Good Will Hunting if they've never seen it.
Yes.
Worked
and you
every
look
time.
intelligent for like,
Yeah,
yeah.
they'd be like, "This is a great movie."
It is a fantastic movie.
But yeah, man, as of recently, like, dude, I don't know what it is nowadays, dude, I dated like some fat chick a few years ago.
Sure.
And she wouldn't watch any action movies, anything with violence. She was like, no. I'm like, that eliminates everything.
Everything.
Every good movie is off the like. What are we gonna do?
Right.
Watch like some fucking rom-com? You know what I mean?
There's some, but the most of them, somebody dies in them. Is that violent?
I mean, that's a deal breaker, dude. I fucking.
Oh, that is a deal breaker. If you can't watch any action movie, we're like, so Tom Cruise's entire catalog is out.
Yeah.
That's 40 of the best movies of all time.
Yeah, I'm out. Like, I'm done.
I'm done.
That's a deal breaker.
100%.
Bro, I was messaging this chick the other day.
1, 2, and 3. We're just not watching.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Bro, you want to hear something crazy? Like, just because you look like Dan McBride, bro.
I get that. I appreciate that.
This chick I messaged the other day, I sent her a clip of Eastbound and Down.
Sure.
Like from Eastbound and Down. Sure. She goes, I don't think that movie is that funny.
That's
I'm never
a double layered insult.
I'm never talking to her again.
Yeah, because it's like, first of all, it's a show.
Dude, I almost cried. Like, I literally almost started crying. Like, dude, I couldn't fathom it.
Well, those are deal breakers, and you should stand by that, because you can't be in a relationship with somebody that doesn't accept that this is quality shit. You can criticize it in a nuanced way, but you're not going to tell me that you don't think it's funny at all.
Saying that's not top 5 of all time, I'm out. Like, I'm just
crazy.
Like, to say that's not. She's saying the timing's off. I'm like,
the timing could not be more on. That's actually why it's funny.
Yeah,
is the timing.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
That should be deal breakers. I remember I was messing with a girl back in the day, and I lived in Phoenix for a long time dating, and this chick, we asked favorite movie of all time. She said Pirates of the Caribbean, and I was like, I can't. This is it. I'm done.
Really?
And I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't enjoy Pirates of the Caribbean, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, top 5, 10, like that shouldn't be your number 1 movie of all time. Good Will Hunting was mentioned. Saving Private Ryan. You haven't ran through Denzel's catalog. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of shit that's got to be better than that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Pirates of the Caribbean was a good flick, but
it was a good, solid flick.
I don't think it's top 10. You know what I mean?
It shouldn't be your number 1.
Yeah.
And she put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I gotta walk away from this. And you know, sometimes people are like, did you guys just not get along? Was she not funny, or was she kind of a bitch? It's like, did she like Pirates of the Caribbean? Number 1.
But there's nothing worse than, like, you ever been with a chick watching a movie and she's like not into it?
Yeah.
Dude, I can't even explain that feeling. It's like, I had that with a chick watching Dumb and Dumber. Dude, we were high as tits, and I was like in tears laughing. And I looked over, she's eating a pizza, just like confused.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, this is
tough, dude.
This is it.
That's high art. That's
Bro,
high level of
I
art.
got us Domino's. We were smoking weed, watching Dumb and Dumber. It's like, what more do you want?
Nice night.
What do you want from me?
You should just text me next time. You got a night like
dude,
that.
that's all I was thinking.
Sounds
I was
like you're wasting that Domino's. Dude.
I was texting my boys. I'm like, I wish you were here right now.
Dude. She let me suck her tits for 30 minutes in the back of her car, but she doesn't even like Dumb and Dumber, bro.
Yeah, that ride home was like, it's tough.
Yeah, because you got to give her a ride home after that. You can't Uber her home.
Nah.
That's
I can't
tough,
even.
man.
I can't even like that feeling though. Just knowing that they're not into it,
Yes.
and you're like, are you watching? You seeing this?
Yeah. Are you locked in right now? Do you get their IOUs? Do you not get that they're IOUs?
And I get it if it's like a shitty movie that's like kind of
100%.
like low key that only you're into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a risky move sometimes. If you do get a girl that is into the, I show my girl, speaking of like old movies.
Yeah.
So I had to build up this trust, right? So recently I took this is my biggest swing I've taken, and out of the, because I've been like, all right, wheelhouse, right? Like I still have like, she hasn't even seen Shawshank yet. Yeah, there's some stuff that I got backpiled where I'm like, this is gonna.
If we need to
I
take
know
it
what
out,
we need. Yeah, if I need to just go back to the hits. But I deviated. I was like, I'm gonna take a swing, and I have like a list of 5 swings that I'm gonna do. This was the first one because I remember we'd watched the movie where I was like, if she liked that, all right. And I threw on American Psycho, and she was into it. Dude,
she had never seen that.
she'd never seen it.
I feel like you
that's
gotta,
a tough one to just be thrown into.
I mean, that's you watched that like first day of film class, right?
Dude, I watched that. You know why I watched that first time ever? Because I was at my dad's. My parents got divorced. Dad always had HBO. You're looking through late night. He's going to sleep around 10:30, 11.
Yeah.
Or probably he was a Letterman guy, so let's put him to bed about 12 something.
Yeah.
He's at least watching the opening monologue.
Yeah.
And then so I was out in the front TV, and you're just scrolling to see what movie has nudity.
Yeah.
American Psycho.
100%.
So I was like, I'm staying up till 1:15 and watch this nudity movie.
Yeah.
And dude, talk about some weird boners, dude. Those were tough boners, dude. I can only come if somebody's dropping a chainsaw down 7 flights of stairs.
I totally forgot about the boners.
Dude,
Like,
well, I mean, you're just like, well, I'm just getting weird because these chicks are naked as fuck, but they're all murder scenes.
Yeah.
But he's fucking them for a little bit.
I mean, dude, I remember getting boners to fucking like Chainsaw Massacre, dude.
Yes, which is a weird one. But
Or like Freddy and Jason, dude, because it's always like they're like doing anal and then some dude runs in with a fucking chainsaw.
Dude,
It's
Hostel, the first 40 minutes of Hostel is like a fucking porn.
Yeah.
Like, this is great. And it turns pretty quick.
They really fuck you over.
Yes.
You know? It's
Those
like
are
some
weird boners.
Yeah. It's like some dude's like balls deep in a chick on a boat and then they get murdered and you're like, dude, what the fuck? I'm hard as a rock.
Yes.
Like, what's going on?
And they wonder why we only get off watching weird shit.
Yeah. You know?
They failed us.
But yeah, man, I think I had to watch like American Psycho and then that fucking movie Memento.
Memento's good. Christopher Nolan early.
I had to watch that shit in films. I didn't understand it all.
I showed her that one too.
That's like some.
That one's. I think that was kind of a miss. That's a tough one. You gotta. Speaking of being locked in, you gotta be locked in on Memento.
Yeah.
You gotta be like,
I had to fucking do the Spark Notes afterwards.
on Memento.
I was like, dude, I don't know what the fuck this is, dude. Like, I wasn't emotionally invested, really.
Yeah.
Like, I was like in class, like looking at titties and shit.
Sure.
Like, I wasn't like locked in.
Yeah.
It was like a shitty TV too, with like shitty sound.
Yeah,
so.
you're coming in and out. You're like, what's Trinity from The Matrix doing in there?
Yeah, I'm like, why is this guy fucking younger?
Yeah. That's a good flick. But luckily she liked American Psycho. I thought she was gonna like judge me with that one.
Yeah.
She was in.
Bro, someone was like, I don't know what's going on with my algorithm. It's like chicks like farting and like Tourette's chicks. But then there was one like
Tourette's chicks farting, or these are two separate.
a little bit of both.
Yeah.
One popped up with like this was like this morning or something.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that we're talking about this now, but it was like Candace Owens.
Yeah.
On like she was talking about how like the CIA or the Pentagon like has a budget for movies.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was just like, dude, what the fuck?
Top Gun was funded by the Navy.
Yeah, it was like Top Gun, fucking Transformers.
They like,
you know,
there's some weird shit there. Yeah, you go back and I've heard of that there's like certain movies that are heavily influenced by the government. It's like propaganda.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some weird shit.
Yeah.
That'll get you uncomfortable.
Some good fucking.
But also they kind of do have some good influence. I'm like, that movie rips, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the OG, like fucking Megan Fox Transformers, dude. That sent me back 5 years, dude.
Speaking of sexual awakening, that was a big one for some boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what she's up to now, man.
She was banging MGK.
Yeah. She looks like a fucking lizard now, dude. But
yeah, it's weird that she did not age well at all.
Yeah.
That's why you got to pick I remember thinking Britney Spears will age well. You know, you learn from that.
Yeah.
Then you pick your ponies a little bit differently. Then I started going like, all right, because I remember my other sexual awakening was probably, speaking of weird boners, was Salma Hayek in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that chick, she's the hottest chick in the world. And then
what is her ethnicity?
She is, that is interesting because I was gonna say Mexican because she plays Frida Kahlo in that movie.
She's
definitely Latino of some sort.
Yeah, she's taking fat shits, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's eating good.
Yeah.
In the neighborhood.
A little bit of corn in there, dude.
Yes. Heavy corn, heavy fiber. Big old fat shits.
Yeah.
But also, like, I'm sure they're great. I'd get eyes on them.
Fat fucking cheeks, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
Great broad. But she's aged gracefully. Those are the type of chicks those are the ponies you want to go long term. When you're younger, it's like, pick with somebody that's going to age well. Because what we're really saying is white women don't age well.
Well, it's like, why not just age? Like, why do you got to, look like a fucking lizard, dude?
I don't know.
It's crazy. Who's that chick from fucking King Kong? That blonde chick?
Naomi Watts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't she in a movie with like Zac Efron recently? They're getting kind of sexual.
Was that movie or was that Nicole Kidman?
I think that might have been
They're like
Nicole.
the same white woman though.
Yeah.
Which is disrespectful to both of them because Nicole Kidman's a better actress. But it's called Baby Girl. I believe that's what you're talking about. I don't know.
Maybe. It's like the chick's mom falls in love with
Efron?
Yeah, so
That might be Naomi
the
Watts.
chick is like Efron's assistant. He's like famous in the movie.
Okay.
And then he ends up
dude.
falling in love with the mom.
My girl watched this. We watched like half of this movie. You're
Yeah.
right, and it is Naomi Watts, I think,
Is it?
and that is kind of actually a nice movie.
But dude, she looks like she's falling apart. You know what I mean?
White women.
I know, but it's like, dude, if she just aged naturally, she had some wrinkly old titties, I'd be more emotionally invested. You know?
Yeah, if they were natural ugliness.
Yeah.
If it aged badly naturally, you're
There's
in.
nothing like that, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
That's fair.
She
You
just,
respect it when it just happens badly. Naturally.
It's not even. It's more like the facial stuff.
Yeah,
Because it's like, are you smiling or are you shitting your pants?
100%.
You know what I mean?
That's why you stick with the Halle Berrys of the world. You stick with the what's her name, Sofia Vergara. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Different ethnicities. The Lucy Liu's, the Asian broads, they don't age.
Dude, if I can find a fucking theater that's playing OGs, man, I'm gonna
Pull up.
just pull up alone, dude. I don't even care.
I'm telling you.
You know?
I just saw Raiders of the Lost Ark. I saw Temple of Doom recently in theaters.
And they're probably lower prices too. Like not that.
$10, and it's fucking great. I watched. I missed it actually. I was out of town, but I had tickets to go see Matrix on this huge theater in LA.
Yeah.
Missed it. I'm gonna go probably watch
Fuck,
it in a
man.
small theater.
I mean, I do have a projector. Dude. I'm just playing with my nuts, watching The Last of Us, dude.
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
watch some OG shit.
Nothing better than just fucking playing with your nuts, man. Just watching some fucking good
Yes.
shit. You know what I mean?
Yes. It is. I don't know what it is, but just holding them.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know why.
You know?
And then it's frowned upon in public because you got to shake hands
Yeah.
and stuff.
I
It's
mean-
funny that we're shaking hands. It's like, dude, as a man, I know that your hand's been on your dick at least multiple times.
Yeah, I
today.
also know that like most dudes probably aren't washing their hands that often.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
It's like, what are you? You know?
Yeah.
I don't care anymore, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're all touching each other's dicks
Yeah.
through hand contact.
I had to have a talk with one of my boys because like we would be talking to each other and he would literally be like playing with his nuts.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, bro, we're talking about like we're having a heart to heart right now. Like,
Yeah. Dude, we're talking about the best quarterbacks of the 2010s, and you're just touching your nuts the whole time, dude.
he would get like into it too. I'm like, dude, are you jerking off right now? Like, what are you?
right.
What are you doing, man? You know?
Dude, I brought Andrew Luck up, and you've been touching ever since. Dude.
Yeah.
What's going on?
But some dudes get like that, bro. They just like, I
Yes.
think they've been doing it for so long that they're
Yes.
kind of like, it's just the muscle memory. They're like, you know,
They've been chronically single, probably. You do have to be in a relationship just to remind yourself to act properly
Yeah.
as a human being. That is
Yeah.
the best thing. I was single forever in comedy. When's the last time you were in a real relationship?
years,
Ever?
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
you're
going to be
doing
a few
fine.
more years too. dude.
100%. You
Yeah.
should not.
Yeah.
You got to get things going comedically and all that shit. Get things popping before you settle down on anything.
Yeah.
But dude, once you get it, you realize how much of a monster you are as a human being. Because you're like, I shouldn't be touching my nuts before we cook this.
I mean,
pasta.
dude, even when I was in relationships, I was still spanking. Like I wasn't like,
Sure.
you know,
Oh yeah.
there's nothing that's going to beat that.
Well, you got it. Yeah. Sometimes you're like, dude, I just got to get. I know who touches me best.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, HJs aren't even a thing anymore. So it's like,
No, you're not getting it. Yes. Well, you
Yeah.
should bring back finger banging just to get the HJ. Would you trade that off? You just want to eat broads out and let them leave? What if you did it with the return of an HJ?
yeah, I mean, that'd be sick too.
But
Because there's no
they're
like,
usually pretty bad at it though.
yeah, but there's no like risk involved. It's not like I'm like blowing a load in a chick. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like I'm just like,
Yes.
it's just strictly business.
Clean up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's make some magic happen and dip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I could see myself doing that.
That'd be a nice trade off. It's
You know.
fair.
I'm just sending chicks like fucking. I mean, I'll probably start sending you some reels
That's fine.
if you're into that type of shit, man. I mean, you don't have to like them or respond, but it's just
Just
like,
seen. If I saw him, then you're good. Or I don't even have to see him.
yeah, I mean, whatever you're into, man.
Sure.
But I'm like sending people like videos of that Tourette's chick.
Sure.
Nobody's responding, but
No.
it makes sense. You know what I mean?
Is that your love language?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you DMing chicks?
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
I mean, you got some banger movies you're riling up. Like, dude, I got some banger reels
Just back
where I'm like, oh, she's going to like this one.
and she never does.
Never
She
does.
doesn't even look at it anymore.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I'm blocked at
Yeah,
this
yeah.
point.
It is crazy when I look at some chicks. I'm just like, there's just like 10 reels
And no response?
dude.
Oh my god! What are you searching for? Are you searching for hookups? Are you searching for like something real?
Bro, I'm not searching for anything, dude.
You aren't. Yeah.
I'm strictly just playing with my nuts.
Yes.
But
That's
I think
all you want. So if anybody's getting in, so Domino's Dumb and Dumber, was that you were trying to just do anything there?
Oh, I mean, that was in college, dude. I was in the friend zone with that. That chick used to go to my comedy shows, dude.
Sure.
Yeah, and yeah, never. You know what? One time we made out, dude.
Really?
Yeah, we
That's
made out
cool.
on Block Island. You ever been?
No, I've heard of it though. Isn't that?
Oh,
in,
dude, Fourth of July.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take a ferry there, and in
Sure.
college, dude, it's like Project X.
Sure.
Dude, I was fucking so I grew up in Rhode Island. My neighbor fucking is a girl. She's like loaded. She has a boat. Dude, she would park it like right in front of like it's called the Ballards on Block Island.
Sure.
Just invite a bunch of people, and it would just be like Project X, dude. It would just be like people getting absolutely like hammered. Like there'd be titties everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like all college kids, and then like there's the bars next to it, and then the beach is right there. Like you're literally on the beach.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember seeing her there, dude, and like I'd been in the friend zone for so long, and one of her friends was like, "Oh, John's kind of cute. Like you should make out with him." And dude, she just started making out with me, dude, and we were on the beach, and
That's huge.
and I started getting like chubbed up. Dude.
Sure. You weren't and1 shorts.
Yeah, I was-
like you're showing.
Yeah, I was free balling in N1 shorts, dude.
Just fucking rock hard, dude. Oh my god, rock hard on Block Island, dude. That's nuts, dude. Just blocked up.
Yeah,
That is tough.
I'd been waiting for that moment my whole life, dude.
Then what do you do? And then you're kind of in your mind. Do you tuck? Do you tuck the boner
Oh,
at that
dude,
point?
I was
Or
brick.
do you let it breathe?
I mean, I don't think honestly, people probably, everyone was hammered. So it's
Sure.
like, you know, I think I was getting bricked up, and then I just sprinted in the water, did like a cannonball. I think I did a
So
belly.
you
I
made
did.
out with this chick, had a nice sentimental moment. And you were like, I'm running into the water. And you're wondering why you're in the friend zone. She was like, there's no way that guy likes me. We went out for 5 minutes. He ran away.
Bro, you don't understand, man. I'd been waiting for that for years, dude. And she started getting, bro, this chick's like solid 8. Like,
Sure.
she's really hot, dude.
Yeah.
She started getting like tongue in there. I was
Sure.
like, I'm out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't like an abrupt leave though. It was like, okay, that's, you know, it's over.
Yeah.
You know, I think I tried to do a little tuck, but I was like, dude, you got to go fucking belly flop in the
Get this
ocean.
dick- yeah, get this boner out of the way.
Yeah. There's no coming back from that, dude. I mean, dude, you want to talk about
amazing.
like, listen, dude, I'm all for the tucking stuff. Like I'm a professional when it comes to the tuck,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. I went to Arizona State. The only thing I learned how to do there is how to properly tuck a boner. That's all you do there, dude. You're like, it was the hottest bitches in the world. You're going to fucking sociology
Yeah.
class or
This
whatever.
chick went to
Arizona
Arizona.
State? Oh, dude,
So-
she's definitely hot. That's
Oh.
what my theory is, that the five hottest chicks in every school in America,
Yeah.
1 or 2 of them go to Arizona State.
Yeah, I can't even imagine, dude.
Smoke shows.
I used to watch.
Some of the worst people ever, but
You ever used to watch those I'm Schmacked videos?
I don't know. I don't remember that one.
Dude, it was like, I don't know if it was like,
That sounds.
maybe
I remember a little bit, but I don't
they
know.
would go to colleges,
Okay.
and they would just like party with the like fraternities there,
Yeah.
and then they would make like a video afterwards.
Oh, okay.
It would be like a cut up of like everything that went down.
I was gonna say I thought it was gonna be one where they went go to the frat and then they'd bang them. There was I knew a frat that got kicked off of Arizona State's campus. My boys, I never was in a frat, but I wasn't a brother, I was a cousin.
Yeah,
And these dudes got kicked off campus for 2 years because Shane's World 38, I think it is, or something like that. These porn people would come to knock on every frat.
Wow.
So somebody was like, "You guys want to bang?" and we'll film it.
What?
And they did it, and they would always hide in the imagery of the video. They would hide what frat it is, so if there was any like logos and shit.
Yeah.
And on one of the reflections of a glass table, you could see Theta Chi. And they got kicked off. That was how they got kicked off.
Oh man.
But then once they came back, they were kind of legends. Dude.
Yeah, I'm sure they
Good
did. I'm
guys.
sure they did. Honestly,
Yeah.
you know. But like, I'm so surprised you haven't seen this.
I'm schmacked.
Yeah, dude,
I
you
don't
would
know.
you would love the videos.
Really? Even
dude.
at this age?
You probably-
watching 21-year-olds just get fucking blasted, dude.
Next time,
You
it's,
tell me there's a video with 19-year-old boys getting hammered?
I mean, dude, they
Cut
got
over what Wiz Khalifa songs?
yeah,
Come on, dude, I'm in.
yeah, some Kanye, dude.
Yeah, some fucking early Kanye, bro. You know what? I'm gonna look this up later.
bro.
You're right.
Dude, next movie night, show it to your girl.
Yeah.
Be like, hey,
Sweetheart,
we're gonna.
I know I'm on a roll here, but
I've been saving this banger for a while.
I'm schmacked 08.
Yeah. I wish we had a producer, like a TV, we could throw it up, dude.
It was
But-
big. Was it like YouTube or what?
Well, dude, I mean, like, remember when you were in college and you'd watch? I don't mean, dude, that's what I used to watch before I would go to parties. Because I'd
Really?
be like, you've seen
We-
Project X, right?
I know the guy. That's Oliver, the dude, the main dude. Not Project X is the guy I know.
You know him?
Oh yeah,
The guy who's like
Oliver Cooper, the actor. Yeah,
Thomas Cub's best friend.
the main dude. Yeah, the funny guy in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, that's sick.
good guy. He just dropped a movie actually.
He's like, and this is Project X, yo.
Dude, that movie is great.
Yeah, dude. That could be top 10, honestly.
That is a good movie. They don't make movies like that anymore. What's
mean,
the party movie that like have these kids? I don't know. These kids don't party. Also,
Maybe like Euphoria or something.
dude, that what a horrible party scene, dude. That movie, those shows fucking stress me out, dude. I can't watch
Yeah.
those shows, dude.
Yeah, no, Project X. Dude, after watching Project X, though, you literally just want to like run through a brick wall.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Where'd you go to college?
I went to like 3 different colleges.
Were they good?
But
parties?
the first college I went to was the University of Rhode Island.
Oh, that was
And
probably
I'm
good time.
Schmacked went to URI to like check it out.
Yeah.
But the best I'm Schmacked were Arizona,
Sure.
Arizona State.
Yes.
Because they'd have like the pool parties and stuff.
Yeah. It was crazy because we didn't really have like, yeah, it was just house parties at Arizona State.
Yeah.
I remember we had we also had something in Tempe. It was a 90-day. So if the cops pulled up to your house, they'd give you, to shut down the party, they'd give you a 90-day for like noise complaints or whatever. But the 90 days was, if they came back within the next 90 days, they'd write you up, give you a ticket, whatever. You had to deal with the law. So what we would do is every 90 days, people knew we would have a party. We would have the
Yeah.
party until we got the cops called.
Uh-huh.
And then we just wouldn't have another party. So we'd have one every 90 days.
Uh-huh.
And those would rip, man. You just fucking shut down parties. It was early Facebook. I went there. So I went 05 to 09 was my Arizona State days.
Yeah.
So Facebook just became a thing. So you'd get like these events, or I don't even know how we found out about it, but like the parties would all be on there and you'd find out about what the address is. So
Like
you'd
on
every
Craigslist?
Friday, Saturday. Yeah, it was kind of like
Yeah.
some OG shit.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody just told you the address and you'd have maybe 3 to 4 options on a Friday or Saturday.
That's sick,
Get
man.
ripped up. It was a special time, dude.
Always like pool parties or like
It was
a little
always
bit?
a house, and every house in that area has a pool. If you don't have a pool, like it wasn't like it's cool because every house has a pool, but like it'd be crazy if you went to a house without a pool
Yeah.
because it's Arizona, so like it's fucking 110.
Bro, there's nothing like getting hammered in a pool.
It's great.
It's really like, there's
It's
nothing better.
Special.
Oh, man.
And so you'd have day parties. Day parties were dope, and then the night party, somebody jump in the pool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it was, yeah. I didn't. It's funny to think about now, dude. ASU was a special time, dude. It was. I went there. The first time I ever visited, it was. We went to a day party. It was at an apartment complex though, and Playboy had taken it over. So it was like a
Yeah.
Playboy, whatever party, and so just smoke shows everywhere, and you're just getting fucked up.
Dude, that's fucking sick, man.
It was
I've never
cool.
really experienced, I've never been to like a big party that had a pool.
It was.
know.
Yeah, pools are important, dude.
The tuck rule would be relevant for sure.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
I'd
That was the
bring,
thing that
like-
you learned at Arizona State was how to tuck a boner because you're just
Yeah.
getting bricked up. You're fucking 19, 20, and you're
What would you do?
The
Do like
hottest chick.
you'd fucking do a jump off the jumping board and then tuck it like that?
If you get bricked up in the pool, you're good. So you just kind of don't leave the pool.
What if somebody brought some goggles, dude?
Then you're hoping that it's girthy and you're
Yeah.
working some angles.
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude. Let that thing breathe. I mean, eventually you got to be proud of the brick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
You gotta, I mean, like you said though, you gotta work, it's all about the angles, man.
it's all about angles. It was good, dude. ASU is a special school, dude. I would
Yeah.
say you fall into undeserved pussy there
Yeah.
because you're just a regular. I was a regular motherfucker. I'm not like ugly. I'm not great looking. I got the gift of gab, and you just fall into bitches you would never. You all of a sudden you
Yeah,
fucking
but dude,
a
you also
nine.
got like Danny McBride energy where you're like,
I get- yeah.
I could see you fucking being mayor of Titty City, dude.
I did. Yeah, I did well. I got
Yeah.
I did fine.
Yeah, I mean, I wish, dude, I dreamed of shit like that, man, when I was in college. Like, I dreamed of being, like, mayor of Titty City. I just never,
Yeah, you never.
just always been retarded, man, you
Well,
know?
you got to
So,
run. The campaign is big.
Yeah.
You got to run that campaign.
Yeah.
You got to let people know you're running for mayor of Titty City.
yeah, man, I feel like you got to be in a fraternity for sure. You said
that's-
you weren't a brother, you were
I
a
was
cousin?
above it. Well, at some point, I was like homies with these guys. I was like, I'm not paying to hang out with any of you. That was the first time where I was like, yo,
Yeah.
that seems like the lamest thing in the world.
Uh-huh.
Why don't we just keep kicking it?
Yeah.
And like I had the house that they would party at a lot. Like I was like a cousin. That's what I say. It's like all those guys.
Yeah.
I got a lot of them are still my homies.
So you never had to do anything for, like, initiation or anything?
I did like half of a semester.
Mm-hmm.
The craziest thing was just drinking like I can never now drink any Bacardi at all just
Mm-hmm.
because I remember it was a pass around of Bacardi Superior till we killed it, and all we had was a 2 liter of Fanta to chase it with. And once
Yeah.
that 2 liter of Fanta was out, you're just chugging Bacardi Superior.
Yeah.
But like shit like that, I didn't have to do like anything too crazy.
Yeah, that's good,
Because
man.
eventually I was like, I'm out. And then all the other dudes that I bailed on, they all became brothers, and we
Yeah.
kept kicking it.
One of the fraternities in my school, they for initiation, like one of the frats, they like gave the kids who were running like laxatives, dude,
Yes.
and they wouldn't let them shit inside.
Sure.
So they were just shitting all around campus.
Yeah.
So you'd just be walking around and you'd see like human shit on the ground,
Sure.
and I would just be like, "Damn, dude, I don't know if I'd have what it takes to."
Who has that?
Yeah.
No, nobody's supposed to put people through that. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
this seems lame.
Doing a lot,
the
man.
East Coast and Midwest are like different. Like, because then I'd go back and party at like my boys went to IU and Ohio State and shit. And so you'd hear those stories. And I'm sure East Coast initiation shit is completely different. It's
Yeah.
like, it's some wild shit. The West Coast, bro, we're like, I don't know. There's Greek life, but we're just chilling, dude.
Yeah, I think there's like a 2-year period where you gotta like pick chicks up, like work the door, like you really gotta fight to
Yeah.
get into it. And then like
tough.
I think year 3 and 4 is like
Then you're kind of thriving.
it's kind of like going from like JV to varsity, really.
It's big.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freshman team,
Yeah.
JV. Then you're really getting minutes on the varsity team.
Yeah,
You putting up points? What are you doing?
yeah. It's like
You low block guy?
Yeah.
12 boards a game, but I don't see any points.
it's like was it worth it?
Was it?
You
I
know?
don't know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You're an all defense guy. You're just banging big broads. All right. You're
I mean, at
banging on the
least-
low block down low.
at least get some rebounds. You know,
Yeah.
get some good minutes in
I
there.
respect that.
You know, yeah, man. I can't even. I just like never went to a party though, man, where there's like a pool, because that always reminds me of like Project X. You know.
Yeah.
Any like good party movie, there's always a pool, and I'm just like, damn, bro, I'd fucking kill to be out there with the boys.
Pool elevates everything. You would have thrived, dude.
Closest thing I went to Saco River. You ever been there?
No.
Dude. It's like a river that runs through Maine.
I've not been to Maine. I've heard it's a good
Really.
time.
It's like New Hampshire. It cuts through like New Hampshire and Maine.
Yeah.
But like there was like a weekend and like all college kids would go there to party.
Yeah.
So my buddy invited me. We drive up there and you like tube down the river like hammered.
Yeah.
And I'm absolutely like smashed off my tits.
Yeah.
And like dudes start getting out of their tubes and they're running up to like the cliffs and they're jumping off and doing like flips and stuff. And
Yeah.
all the chicks are like super soaked. Like they're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, did you see Jeff do that flip?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm seeing these dudes do flips and I'm like, bro, I'm going to go up
You
there
gotta
and
do
fucking
it.
make some magic happen.
Yes.
Dude, there was like a 30-foot cliff. I jump off it, dude, do a straight up belly flop.
Yeah.
Dude, I literally thought I broke my fucking neck, dude.
It's one of the there's
Like,
the human emotion that happens after you belly flop so hard. You're like, dude, somebody first of all call my mother. Secondly, call the fucking ambulance, dude. yeah, it's tough,
when
dude.
you're hammered and you feel pain, like when you feel pain hammered, you're like, I know this is bad.
yeah.
Dude, I felt like a shockwave go through my neck. And dude, I was underwater for like 30 seconds. Dude,
Oh, dude.
I fucking
Or were
remember.
people worried? Probably. People were like, "Oh shit."
Dude, mentally I was having like Goggins thoughts. I'm like, dude, when you like emerge from the water, dude, people are like chicks are gonna be soaked. Like people are gonna be cheering your name. Dude, I popped my head up. No one even noticed.
Oh no.
Dude, no one even acknowledged that I did that, bro.
And then you have to explain to them like, dude, you explain why your chest is the reddest it's ever been. Did you get sunburned? Nah, dude. I just belly flopped so hard I thought I broke my neck.
I literally remember like I had to hop back on the tube, and I was like to my boy, I was like, bro, did you fucking see that? And he goes, nah, man.
I was looking at her tits, dude. She's played it up, dude. You can see her nipple popping out of the bikini.
But that ruined my whole week, bro.
Yeah,
like that.
Nobody acknowledged it. And
You're like,
were you all right? That'll
No,
fuck your
dude.
shit up, dude.
I thought I literally like broke my neck, dude. It was so bad.
In Arizona, there's a couple lakes you could go hit, Roosevelt Lake or something, dude. This was actually, we call it the COVID cruise because we all got COVID. This it was like 2020. We're all like, fuck it. Arizona didn't give a shit. Let's go party. And there's a slide that you can go down. You slide and then you do like it pops you up and then you're like,
shit.
Dude, we all were watching. Because we knew our buddies were going. And also, when you're a little older, you're like, this is exciting. Younger, you're like, nobody gives a fuck that you just did a backflip. We're all doing other shit.
Yeah.
Tommy's getting a hand job in the corner. You think people are watching you? And but we were older. We're like, dude, Adam's going to go do this slide. Because when you're older, you're like, we shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
Dude, my homie Santoro fucking bit it so. He did the fucking face first, just horrible positioning. He came out. He was so fucked up. He didn't know how bad it was.
Yeah.
We were all like, dude, we saw that. That was one of the most concerning things we've ever seen.
Yeah.
He's breathing in. He can't fucking do it. He comes up, dude. He fucking like almost broke his nose, dude. That's how hard he hit the water. He was bleeding from his beak, dude.
Yeah.
And that was fun.
Shoots him up though. It shot him up.
Yeah, like so you get on the slide, and then it's obviously like wet enough where you're sliding pretty good.
Yeah.
And it goes like that, and so the slide will fucking shoot you up.
Damn.
And then you come down,
And you're coming down hot,
dude.
right? Like
you're coming down super hot, and I don't think he's like, this won't be that bad, dude.
Yeah.
He comes up bleeding, dude.
Oh man,
it was amazing, and we all saw that. He did not get laid that day.
Yeah, it was all for nothing, dude.
All for nothing.
All for nothing, man.
Yeah, he didn't have a Goggins mentality when he
Bro,
came
I would
up.
love to go to fucking like a water slide park or something.
Did you ever have those growing up?
I think I went to like one, but it wasn't like a good one, you know?
We had Cincinnati has a good amusement park, Kings Island, and they had a water slide area, and then the beach, dude. There's a beach in Cincinnati.
Really?
It's just a water park.
Yeah. Well, dude, I feel like, I don't know, man.
You're
Like
too
I'm
old now.
Yeah, it's like
No, you're on the edge.
It's weird to go to a water park now and be like, yeah, I'm just looking for some tits.
It's weird. Also, guys like us, dudes with these stashes, we just can't go chill at a water park all day. Like we both have that solid, like, we have the face of men that we don't really smile that much.
Yeah,
But do you smile at public?
No.
We're just looking and like we look like
Just
our
look
mustaches
confused.
are also
Yeah.
like, sometimes people respect mustaches. Like, we both got good stashes, right? But like, there's like cop mustaches. There's like fireman mustaches. We both got like dishonorably discharged from the army mustaches.
Yeah, I can't be wearing
These are tough.
and one shorts at a fucking water park, dude.
Right, dude, bricked up in an M1. We just bricked up free balling in an M1 shorts.
Just chugging
Just
Modelo's.
chilling by the fucking beach or the wave pool. Like,
Yeah, just like hammered off fucking like Chickalobe Ultras.
leaning over by the, you're so drunk you didn't realize it was the kiddie pool. People are like, dude, what are you doing, dude? You just peed in the kiddie pool, bro.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just gonna blame it on the Pentagon, dude.
these kids got to know. Yeah, you think the CIA is only funding movies? They're funding this right now, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's their fault, man.
I
Seeing all
agree.
those movies now, I think I'm gonna see titties at a water park, you know?
Go to the water park, dude. You'll see some tits. You'll see some C-sections.
Where can you go though when you're older, man? Where it's like
I know.
you can be mayor of Titty City, dude. You know?
Sandals, Jamaican vacations where there's like all
Just
those
bang some dude's
swingers
wife.
parties, probably. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to like. There are places, and they're really. Speaking of Phoenix, you go North Phoenix, get into Scottsdale enough, you see some pineapples outside. Just knock on that door, see what happens.
Really?
I mean, you get into just doing comedy in Phoenix. Sometimes, like afterwards, there's probably not a city in America where I've never felt more that this couple wants to fuck me,
Yeah.
and that type of shit goes on. That's some Scottsdale stuff.
What do you think it is? Like what?
I think they're just boring, wealthy old whites that are like, well, what if we just started fucking other couples?
Wow.
I don't know.
You gotta get
I
really-
can't understand the cuckold thing, but it's like
Yeah, you gotta be really bored to do that, man.
you got to really be bored.
It's really hitting me, man. Like, obviously, like, it's cool that we're doing comedy and stuff,
Yeah.
and it's really exciting. But do you ever see people like on the road or like out in public, and you're like, holy shit, man! Like this is their Super Bowl.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. It is.
Even going to the driving range last night, I saw some guys just getting absolutely hammered, and like, you know, they bought like one of those machines that like tests your like ball speed.
Yeah, it's tough.
And they're just like competing with each other. I'm like, dude, this is their weekend. Like, this is their life, dude.
Dude, I just went to the NFL draft in Green Bay.
Yeah.
And like I go to get content, so I always like think I'm above it. At the end of the day, it's weird that I went to the NFL draft because dudes at the NFL draft, that was a strange thing. Because you're coming across. There was a group of 12 dudes, and they're like, "Do we do this every year?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "You guys collectively travel to a city as your 12, 40-year-old men that spend the day watching young 20-something-year-old black men get drafted by 80-year-old white men.
Yeah.
That's your weekend?
They're there for the whole draft.
They're for the whole draft.
How many days is the draft?
3. And, dude, it's tough. And
Yeah.
you're like, what's going on, dude?
Bro, even watching the draft is gay.
100%.
Yeah.
Watching the draft, you can watch, you just catch up at the end of the day. Who would draft?
If you watch the first round, it's like, all right, that's cool. But anything after
Yes.
the first round, it's like,
Second
dude,
round is like,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
yeah,
I don't know any of these kids.
yeah.
And you're convincing yourself to get excited. You're watching YouTube clips of a 21-year-old kid from Mississippi that
Like,
you
dude,
never
just
heard
follow
of.
Adam Schefter or something. Like,
Trust him.
Yeah.
Trust somebody.
you know?
Pick somebody to trust.
Yeah,
It was tough. That was some weird dudes because that was their like thing,
yeah.
and they got to tell their wives every year. I don't know. Honestly, who are we kidding? These guys aren't married to any women.
Well, were they like creepy dudes or like,
They all had. I don't know. I couldn't see what their face looked like beyond the face paint.
oh, man.
You know what I mean? Like these dudes were like fully
Yeah.
like dressed like they were at a football game for the
Yeah.
draft. Just to get on like ESPN for like
Did
a
you
5-second
when you were younger, was there a moment though where you were like, I can't end up like this? Like, did you ever start to kind of like go towards that?
Dude, I used to go to games and I thought, first of all, it was fun. It was funny. I like looking like an idiot in public places and being very serious and unassuming about it.
Yeah.
So I would go in a full tiger suit to Bengals games
Yeah.
as a Bengal tiger with the Vontez Burfict jersey.
The hat and everything.
This isn't like, oh yeah.
Oh,
Like,
man.
but like I knew, first of all, it was hilarious because I was just hammered drunk,
yeah.
just acting like myself. So I wasn't like face painting or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, as I get a little like 5 years removed from it, 6 years, I was doing this until my like, I remember being like 30 something. I was like, I got to stop this. So that was tough, but it was also fun. But that was like, I know that my energy and my approach towards it was different than these cats.
Yeah.
Because I was still getting laid at the end of the night. I would take the tiger suit off and pound some pussy.
Oh, for real?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe a hand job or something.
Yeah.
But
little titty suck
Also,
action.
tigers, barbed penises. Figure that out. But it was that was as close as I got. And I remember really looking, man in the mirror. Michael Jackson was playing one night as I looked in the mirror at myself and said, "I got to make a change." Starting with me.
Yeah, like this is it. Like it's over. That must have been emotional.
I put it
though.
down. Yeah, I put
Yeah.
that tiger suit down.
Must have been hard, man.
It was hard.
Yeah.
People still talk about it.
But you're still going to the game, so it's like,
Yeah.
it's not like you lost all of it. You know what I mean? Just the suit, really.
Just the suit. You put it. You hang up the suit,
Yeah, that's not that bad, man.
and I could get it dry cleaned. I haven't thrown it away. You know what I mean?
For me, I think it was just playing men's softball.
Sure.
I got caught up in that for like a year,
Yeah.
and I was like, I can't do this, man.
Yeah.
I remember getting hammered, dude. I had like, I remember just being like, I wouldn't say I was hammered, but I was like too drunk to be playing softball. Dude, so I had a home run, a triple, and a double. And I needed
You're
a
a single away from the cycle.
I'm a single away from the cycle. I'm buzzing, dude. Like I'm drunk, playing third base. This kid hits a pop-up straight to me. I don't even have to move.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got
Can
it.
of corn.
You know, I don't even have to call it. The shortstop's like blackout drunk. Sprints at me, dude. Just fucking trips. Hits my knee, dude. I fucking tear my I fucking tear my MCL. I'm on the ground like, dude,
Oh,
what
because
the
you didn't call. Dude, you got to call that ball.
dude? I literally,
Also, shortstop does overcome
Bro,
third baseman.
I didn't
That's his
even.
ball.
No, it was my fucking area, dude. It was insane. I remember not having to move. Like I was literally just like,
That is so funny.
all I'm thinking about is that cycle, dude. Bro, his full body weight hits the side of my knee, dude. My knee fucking
That's
caves
the
in.
toughest ACL injury I've
Oh
ever
man,
heard.
I'm on the
MCL,
ground.
MCL. That's tough.
Dude, and I'm on the ground. Everyone else is drunk. Dude, everyone's laughing at me.
Yeah.
Like it's just a bunch of grown men laughing at me.
Yeah, 100%.
What a fucking idiot, dude. And I'm like, I'm ready to fight everyone there. I'm like,
I mean,
dude,
specifically the shortstop.
dude,
gotta
it was
Is this-
my
is
whole
this buddy of
my
yours?
own team was laughing at me.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I'm
you're
like, you guys.
Nobody's.
I'm like, this is serious, guys.
They
Like,
all watched that, but nobody watched that belly flop.
yeah.
That's tough, dude.
And dude, I remember just a single away from the cycle, dude.
So funny.
You know what I'm saying?
That's tough. That you could have been somebody.
Yeah.
You could have parlayed that into
That could have
banging.
changed
You
my
could have
life.
banged at least was it a co-ed team?
No, it's just dudes.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
dudes.
maybe this is for the best.
But it was like some chicks would show up.
yeah, because
just
you
to
could
watch.
Yeah, you could have one of those bras would have at least shown you their breasts that night. If you hit
That's what I
for
was
the cycle
in the parking lot. Yeah.
Yes, you would have gotten that.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, tearing your MCL drunk is one of the worst feelings in the world.
100%.
You know what I mean?
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Well, on top of that, tearing your MCL drunk without having to move for a pop-up fly,
Yeah.
a single away from the cycle.
Yeah. That's what I told the doc. I'm like, dude, I was a single away.
Were you due up bottom of the inning?
Yeah. That's all. Dude, the ball was in the air for so long. I was like, oh, dude, I got this. Like this cycle
Was
is
it the
complete.
third out?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I was like first up too. Like there's already 2 down.
That is
You know what I mean?
very funny.
Routine pop up. I'm just like, dude. And then I remember after that, I think it was like there was a game where it was like there were some chicks there,
Yeah.
and I think I've told this story before, but it was like the championship game or something. This dude hits like a walk-off home run,
Yeah.
and he's rounding third base, and nobody really gives a shit.
Right.
'Cause it's men's softball
Sure.
in like a small town. And he climbed up the backstop,
Hell yeah.
started shaking the fence and screaming. And I was like, that was the moment where I was like, I can't be around this anymore.
Because that's everything now.
Yeah.
If that's everything to you, you gotta walk away.
Yeah. I walked away that night. I was like,
That's very mature of you, dude.
yeah. I was like, I can't
Be
end
proud
up
of
like
yourself.
I can't end up like that.
You're
know
not
what I mean?
you're not gonna read that feedback. Jordan Peterson's not gonna tell you to walk away at that point, but you learned
Yeah.
yourself.
I had to let go, man.
You had to let go.
You know, and it wasn't easy because men's softball is fucking fun.
It's tough.
It is fun drinking beer and just hitting bombs.
100%.
Yeah.
You gotta walk away,
Yeah. But
Proud of you,
what
man.
I could have been like a professional fucking
dude. People know who hits for the cycle. People don't just do that.
Yeah, it's not something that happens every day, dude.
You're like Ellie De La Cruz of that softball
Imagine me
league.
walking away after that, hitting the cycle, just being like, "Yo, guys, I'm too good for this."
But no, you
Yeah.
walked away with a torn MCL.
I didn't really walk away. I kind of
Yeah, you limped away.
fucking limped away, dude.
That's tough, dude.
Yeah, man.
That's one of the saddest things I've ever heard, man.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. That is cool that you're going to like. You go to every single game.
So a couple years ago, I was like, man, I fucking love the Bengals, and I love going to these tailgates and talking shit to fans.
Yeah,
And so I started the comedy tour 2 years ago, and I do every Bengals road game. I'll do a show the night before in whatever city it is, and then go to the game, fuck with the fans, and go to the actual game too. So I go to every road game for the past 2 years.
well, isn't the game after the show?
Yeah. So the
Okay.
the shows will be Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday I'll go do the tailgate shit
Yeah,
and then go to the game. Yeah. So the game's usually the worst part of the weekend, actually. People are like, that's really cool. You get to go to all the games. I'm like, dude, they've been underwhelming the last 2 seasons. It's been tough. You know, the Bengals.
yeah. I mean,
Last 2 seasons have been brutal.
I was really rooting for them this past season.
They're a good team to root for. They're fun. Joey B's an easy guy to root for. Chase, all that shit. But dude, just brutal like starts to the season. So it's been
Yeah,
it's
they
been
really
tough.
do play like a men's softball team. Like
tough.
it takes a lot for them to just be like, "Hey, let's take this seriously."
I know.
They're
takes,
they're
like,
so good though.
100%. They're like, oh, we could make the playoffs if we rattle off 6 in a row.
Yeah.
And they'll do 5 in a row and
Yeah.
just miss the playoffs.
And you guys just drop like a fuck ton of money on your receivers and like nothing on your offensive line. So
I'm
it's
in,
like,
dude. I'm in.
yeah, Joe Burrow is gonna die in like the next 2 years, dude.
But he'll die doing what he loved.
Yeah.
And I think that's important.
I mean, you would think they'd jack up the O line after he fucking like
Well, no,
tore
we
his-
didn't. What we didn't give any money to is the defense. The O line, we actually do it. We paid Orlando Brown. We got a center, and we got a rookie right tackle.
Yeah.
So we just don't have guards, which is pretty important. But
I mean, it didn't look like you really invest in the O line.
it didn't. It is tough.
It was
Somehow we're just bad money passed around.
yeah, bro. The fucking floodgates were open, bro.
But the shit has been fun. Like at the end of the day, whatever happens on the field, I'm always gonna be a Bengals fan. Like you're a Pats guy, I'm assuming.
Yeah, but same thing, man. It's been hard to watch the past. I can't remember the last time I actually was like emotionally invested in a game.
But you're always a fan. Like even when they're bad, like I'll roll with my squad or whatever.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
also, it's easier to be a fan when they had Tom. Like you knew every year you had the opportunity to potentially win the Super Bowl.
Dude, living through the Tom Brady era, like I think about how like
You're very fortunate.
fortunate I am to have experienced that.
Will probably never happen. That something like that might not ever happen in sports ever again.
Definitely won't. Yeah.
Because it's just well, I guess Mahomes is doing things similar, like a little bit in Kansas City, but like that Pats shit was so unexpected.
Yeah, the Pats never got blown out in 2 Super Bowls.
There he is.
You know what I mean?
That.
That's all you gotta say, dude.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was at the one where Tom beat him.
Really?
I was in Tampa, yeah, for that.
That must have been kind of boring, dude.
It was, and it was also like COVID Super Bowl, so
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like it was a weird Super Bowl, but it was fun. We just we just got bombed.
Yeah.
Me and my best friend lives in Tampa, and then I got to go to back-to-back Super Bowls because then the next year the Bengals were in the Super Bowl, and I finagled my way into that one.
That must have been tough to watch.
That was very tough. I always try to say like it was cool to have seen it, but defensive holding on 3rd and long from the 7-yard line. Logan Wilson never happened. Phantom call. All of a sudden we're losing.
That is, I remember that call, dude. Yeah.
It's brutal. But
Does Joe Burrow technically kind of own Patrick Mahomes, or is it kind of even now?
no, it's even now. But I know he's the only dude that has beat him. He's the only current quarterback that has beat him in the playoffs. Well,
Yeah.
other than Jalen Hurts now.
Dude, you know who I really like is Josh Allen.
I do too. He's an easy guy to root for. He's
Speaking
a
of
dude.
Transformers, dude, he's
Speaking
married.
of Jack Reacher, dude, that's a large man.
Dude, he's engaged to Haley Steinfeld.
Is she in the? What is she? Is she?
She was in
Transformer?
she was in Bumblebee.
I don't know who this broad is. She was Sinner's Girl, right?
She's the most beautiful woman
Is she?
I've ever seen in my life,
I
man.
don't know if I'm in on her.
She was in that movie Edge of 17,
Yeah, see, I'm
the
missing
Woody
that one.
Harrelson. Dude,
Should I?
you want to show your girl a good movie, man?
Really?
Yeah,
I don't mind that.
yeah.
I don't know. I know that name, but I still didn't know who she was. She was in Sinners, so now I'm like, oh, I know that face now. But I've never seen
That's like the
anything
new
she's been
horror
in.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then no, my number one nowadays, I'm an Ana de Armas guy.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you should look into that.
Who
She was
is
in she was in that new Blade Runner. She was in Knives Out.
Okay.
Remember that one?
No.
It was like a fun little
She good looking though.
whodunit.
She's hot though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
She's in a Keanu Reeves movie where the 2 broads come in there and end up trying to bang him and then killing him.
yeah.
I never even seen the film, but I know I've seen enough clips on Twitter where
I mean,
like,
Edge of 17 with Haley Steinfeld, it really just like got me to
Speaks to
fall in
you?
love with her.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
it only takes one film like
It
that.
really does, man.
I know.
You know, but just knowing that he's engaged to her, like that makes me so happy, man.
Good for him.
You know?
I like the Joey B. We don't even know who he's with. The only reason we knew who that he was with was because he got robbed.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't talk about his relationships at all. He's probably doing some weird fucking threesomes that we don't even know about. He's
Yeah,
doing cool stuff.
Can't even imagine what he's doing.
You know who he's married to? The Game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Like that's the type of guy I want. That's why I love having Joe Burrow as my quarterback. It's like, dude, I don't know who the fuck he's fucking.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Mahomes has got his wife, Josh Allen's doing that, which like good for them.
Yeah.
But like, dude, I don't want to know who the fuck you're fucking.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to know anything about you. All I want to know is you're clocking in at 1 p.m. on a Sunday,
Ready to show up.
ready to fucking go. Dude.
Yeah.
Dude loves ball.
It's so sick, man. How fucking like not to be gay, bro, but just to be like that big and attractive. It's like holy shit.
Josh
Just Josh and
or
Joe.
Joe, yeah, they're big. I know.
They're like 6'4", 6'6", like 220, dude.
I was thinking about like how much pussy they're passing up.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
dudes would kill for the pussy that they're just dismissing.
yeah, and they're probably dismissing like supermodels with bad personalities.
100%.
They're like, hey, I want a supermodel
They're
with a
looking
good
at their core.
personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you got Pirates of the Caribbean #1.
Yeah.
Pass.
To have that type of ability, man, to just be like,
Because
nah.
I would have still banged that broad that did the
Yeah.
Pirates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But yeah, man, I can't, like, as a Patriots fan, it's tough to say, bro, but I love Josh Allen, man. You know,
Yeah.
even just like watching him play, I'm like, holy fuck, man, this guy's nasty. But now we got Drake May, dude, and he's pretty much Josh Allen.
Yeah, I think you're gonna like him.
Yeah.
I don't
He
know enough
pretty
about
much
it. Like I
is.
haven't heard any interviews. I don't know if he's like a good dude.
Yeah.
Seems like a quality guy though.
Yeah, he's just like a good Southern dude, you know?
Yeah, because that's what the best thing about when you get a quarterback. It's like I get that Patrick Mahomes is like the dude, but like I watch enough of his press conferences where I'm like, I'm happy I don't have to really vouch for this dude. Also, I would love to have the championships, but
Yeah.
like Burrow, you just watch his pressers and how he operates in public. I'm like, this is the guy.
Yeah.
This is a fucking dude.
Sounds like you're kind of gay for him, dude.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, there was Joey Votto was our great ball player for a while for the Reds. There was a rumor for a little bit that he might be gay, and we were like in Cincinnati. I was like, I'd go gay for Votto.
For sure, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how I
he
felt.
hitting 330, dude. Fucking ripping doubles. Yeah, I'd go gay for that guy.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's how we felt about Tom.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, if Tom Brady asked to
If
fuck,
he needed to have that
Yeah.
release
I'd be
to
there
throw
for him.
for 450 and 3 tutties,
Yeah. I'd be there for
minimal,
him.
maybe 1 interception. You know what I'm saying? If he wanted that and 2 interceptions, it's a big game. I don't know if I'd put it out, but
Yeah, even if he was in the same room as me, I would probably get chubbed up.
sure.
Just knowing that he's like, that energy he gives off.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what he smells like, dude.
You'd like to get to know one.
Probably
time.
like avocados and shit.
Yeah, it's actually probably like flaxseed.
He
or
probably
some shit.
farts, dude, and it smells like fucking Febreze, dude.
I bet he has stinky farts based on the diet,
You think so?
but like thunderous, like healthy farts. But I
Yeah.
bet they could kind of. I don't know if they're.
He
Gonna
probably
smell
doesn't
great.
even. He probably has a fucking fart machine, dude.
I bet well, if he's smart, he seems like a capitalist.
Yeah.
He should sell those things to men online.
Like his shit stains.
that farts in jars. He would. Dude, he'd be killing it then.
Yeah, dude.
It's brought to you by TB12.
Yeah.
Suck this fart to start your day.
That'd be funny, dude, if Tom Brady had just like a basement filled with jars of farts.
For his own farts.
Yeah. Like when him and Giselle broke up, he just took a gun to all of them. Just
It's
gassed.
also funny to know that if that existed, there are fully grown men and well into their 50s that would be
Yeah.
like, dude, I'd pay good money for one of those jars.
100%. Yeah. Well, I mean, you think it's like a Boston thing, but it's like any sports franchise, their best player, they would do that
Yes.
for.
It
Like
is
people-
not just a Boston thing.
Yeah.
It is, yeah, there's, you know, there's women in Pittsburgh that would probably be okay with Brendan Roethlisberger
Yeah.
raping them.
Even
Just like he did
yeah.
those 2 girls in Georgia.
Even after what happened, like they're
You know what I'm
still
saying?
ready for it.
Sexually assault me, Ben.
Yeah.
They're probably into it.
100%, man.
I've been to Pittsburgh enough. I know they'd be into it.
Oh, yeah, because you guys hate each other. It's a big rivalry, right?
Big rivalry.
Yeah.
And then I go there and I'm like, this is the same city as Cincinnati. It's so funny to talk shit about these cities where you're like, dude, Pittsburgh sucks, dude. Baltimore, Cleveland, fuck those places. Then you go there, you're like, dude, we're the same
It's
people.
the same thing, yeah.
We are the same people.
I feel like it's the same everywhere, man. But yeah, man, it was good to have you on, bro.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Bro.
It's good to meet you.
Glad we linked up. Yeah.
Yeah. What if you just don't mind telling the people like what you're doing, what's going down, where they can follow you.
I know. Yeah. Follow me on Turner Comedy. Most things at Turner Comedy, TikTok, Instagram, all that shit. And then I'll be dropping YouTube stuff all the time. I go to sporting events, so I just dropped one for the NFL draft. So check that out at Michael Turner Comedy on YouTube. And then I'll be dropping, just like you had the Don't Tell Comedy special. I just taped one. So this summer, over the next month or so, I'll be dropping that. So look out for that. And yeah, fuck with me. I'll be coming to your city soon.
Fuck yeah, dude. Thank you for coming, man.
Appreciate you, brother.